Thailand's hidden natural wonders, rainforests, secret islands, and ancient legends. For many travelers, Thailand begins and ends with Bangkok, Phuket, or Pattaya, but beyond the crowded beaches and famous temples lies another Thailand, one hidden beneath emerald jungle canopies, scattered across isolated islands, and protected inside ancient forests that have existed for millions of years. This is the Thailand that many locals quietly treasure, a land where limestone mountains rise straight from turquoise seas, where caves hide secret lagoons untouched by civilization, and where forests are older than the Amazon itself. For centuries, these places inspired myths, legends, and spiritual beliefs that continue to shape Thai culture today. Long before tourism transformed the country into one of the world's favorite destinations, fishermen, monks, traders, and forest communities believed these landscapes were inhabited by powerful spirits. Many islands were considered sacred. Certain caves were never entered after sunset. Some forests were believed to belong to ancient guardians rather than humans. Whether these stories are true or not hardly matters, because standing in these places today, surrounded by complete silence except for birds, insects, and crashing waves, it becomes surprisingly easy to understand why such legends survive for generations. One of the greatest examples is found far from Thailand's busiest beaches, the Similan Islands, located in the Andaman Sea. This small archipelago consists of 9 granite islands surrounded by some of the clearest water anywhere in Southeast Asia. The name Similan itself comes from the Malay word sembilan, meaning 9. Unlike many tropical destinations, these islands remained almost completely isolated until the late 20th century. Their remote location accidentally became their greatest protection. Coral reefs continued growing undisturbed. Sea turtles nested peacefully on empty beaches. Whale sharks, manta rays, reef sharks, dolphins, and hundreds of fish species continued following ancient migration routes that existed long before modern borders appeared on maps. Divers often describe entering Similan's waters as floating inside an enormous natural aquarium. Visibility regularly exceeds 30 meters. Sunlight penetrates deep below the surface, illuminating colorful coral gardens filled with thousands of marine creatures. Massive granite boulders rest underwater like monuments built by giants. Some weigh thousands of tons. No one placed them there. Nature alone shaped this landscape over millions of years through volcanic activity, shifting tectonic plates, erosion, and rising seas. Among photographers, one landmark has become especially famous: Sail Rock, balanced dramatically above brilliant blue water. This enormous granite formation has become one of Thailand's most recognizable natural symbols. From above, the surrounding sea changes color every few hundred meters. Dark blue suddenly becomes turquoise. Turquoise becomes emerald. The shifting depth of the ocean creates a natural mosaic visible even from aircraft. Scientists consider the Similan Islands one of Southeast Asia's most important marine ecosystems. But local folklore tells a different story. Some fishermen believe mysterious lights appearing above the water at night were not natural phenomena. Instead, they were thought to be spirits protecting the islands from those who entered with greed instead of respect. Even today, older captains avoid speaking loudly while crossing certain waters after sunset, whether from superstition or tradition. Many continue observing customs that have existed for generations. Thailand's hidden beauty extends far beyond the open sea. Deep inside the Gulf of Thailand lies another remarkable sanctuary, Ang Thong National Marine Park. Its name translates roughly as Golden Bull. The reason becomes obvious during sunset. 42 jungle-covered islands emerge from the sea like enormous green sculptures. As evening light reflects across the water, the entire landscape glows with golden colors, creating one of the country's most breathtaking panoramas. Unlike typical tropical islands, many of Ang Thong's beaches remain accessible only by boat. Towering limestone cliffs isolate hidden coves from the outside world. Some lagoons are completely surrounded by rock walls, invisible until visitors pass through narrow natural openings. Among them, none is more famous than Emerald Lake, hidden inside the island of Koh Mae Koh. This saltwater lagoon sits enclosed by towering cliffs that nearly block out the outside world. Reaching it requires climbing hundreds of steep stone steps before descending toward the brilliant green water below. Many first-time visitors fall silent upon reaching the viewpoint. The lake appears almost unreal. Ancient Thai stories claimed these enclosed lagoons were entrances into the spirit world. Some believed powerful sea guardians lived beneath the calm surface, protecting nature from those who attempted to exploit it. Modern geology offers a different explanation. Over thousands of years, underground caves gradually collapsed, allowing seawater to enter enclosed sinkholes while leaving steep limestone walls intact. Nature created what mythology once explained through spirits. And yet, standing above Emerald Lake, both explanations somehow feel equally believable. Ancient kingdoms, sacred mountains, and Thailand's forgotten civilizations as we leave Thailand's tropical islands behind. Our journey turns inland. Beyond the beaches and rainforests lies another Thailand, one built not by nature, but by centuries of human achievement. Ancient kingdoms once ruled these lands. Powerful monarchs constructed magnificent temples, thriving capitals, and sophisticated irrigation systems that transformed the landscape. Long before modern cities appeared, although many of these civilizations disappeared centuries ago, their legacy continues to shape Thailand today. Our first destination takes us nearly 800 years into the past. Welcome to Sukhothai Historical Park. Often called the birthplace of the first great Thai kingdom, Sukhothai flourished during the 13th and 14th centuries. Its name means the dawn of happiness, a fitting description for a kingdom remembered as one of Thailand's golden ages. Walking through the ancient city feels like stepping into another world. Peaceful lotus ponds reflect towering stone temples. Ancient Buddha statues sit quietly beneath giant trees. Weathered brick walls stretch across the landscape, telling stories that have survived for hundreds of years. Unlike many medieval cities, Sukhothai was carefully planned. Wide avenues connected royal palaces, monasteries, reservoirs, and ceremonial grounds. Engineers developed advanced water management systems that allowed agriculture to flourish throughout the kingdom. Many historians believe these innovations helped transform Sukhothai into one of Southeast Asia's most successful early civilizations. At the heart of the ancient city stands Wat Mahathat. Its graceful lotus-shaped towers rise above dozens of smaller stupas and meditation halls. At sunrise, golden light reflects across the ponds surrounding the temple, creating one of the most breathtaking views in all of Thailand. One popular legend claims that hidden royal treasure still lies somewhere beneath the ancient ruins. For generations, treasure hunters search beneath collapsed temples hoping to discover forgotten gold. Archaeologists, however, have found no evidence supporting these stories. Instead, the true treasure of Sukhothai is its extraordinary cultural heritage. It was here that many scholars believe the foundations of the modern Thai alphabet were developed. During the reign of King Ramkhamhaeng, his leadership encouraged literature, trade, religion, and diplomacy, helping establish many traditions that continue today. Leaving Sukhothai behind, our journey continues toward another legendary capital, Ayutthaya, founded in 1350. This magnificent city quickly became one of the largest trading centers in the world. Merchants from China, Persia, India, Japan, Portugal, France, and the Netherlands all arrived here carrying silk, spices, precious metals, ceramics, and ideas from across the globe. By the 17th century, some European visitors described Ayutthaya as one of the richest cities on earth. Its skyline shimmered with hundreds of temples whose golden spires reflected sunlight across the surrounding rivers. Foreign diplomats compared its wealth to Paris, Venice, and Constantinople, but prosperity rarely lasts forever. In 1767, Burmese armies captured the city after a devastating siege. Palaces burned, libraries disappeared, countless temples were destroyed. One of Thailand's greatest civilizations collapsed almost overnight. Today, the haunting ruins remain as powerful reminders that even the strongest empires can fall. Among Ayutthaya's most famous landmarks is the remarkable Buddha head entwined within the roots of a banyan tree at Wat Mahathat. Many visitors believe the tree deliberately embraced the sacred statue to protect it after the city's destruction. Botanists offer a simpler explanation. As decades passed, the growing roots naturally surrounded the abandoned sculpture. Yet the result appears almost miraculous. Nature and history became permanently intertwined. Another enduring myth suggests Ayutthaya possessed secret underground tunnels, connecting every royal temple. Although small passages have been discovered beneath certain structures, historians have found no evidence of an enormous hidden network. Even so, stories of lost chambers and forgotten royal treasures continue capturing imaginations today. From ancient capitals, our journey climbs into the mountains of northern Thailand. Here rises the country's highest peak, Doi Inthanon, standing 2,565 meters above sea level. This mountain forms part of a spectacular landscape often called the Roof of Thailand. Unlike the tropical beaches below, temperatures here can become surprisingly cool. Morning frost occasionally covers the grass during the winter months. Cloud forests blanket the mountain slopes. Rare orchids bloom beneath towering trees, More than 400 bird species have been recorded within the national park, making it one of Southeast Asia's finest destinations for birdwatching. Near the summit stand two magnificent royal pagodas built to honor the King and Queen of Thailand. Surrounded by colorful gardens and drifting clouds, they offer breathtaking panoramic views across endless mountain ranges, stretching toward the horizon. According to local folklore, powerful mountain spirits have protected these forests for centuries. Villagers traditionally asked permission before entering certain sacred areas, believing disrespect toward nature would bring misfortune. Whether legend or tradition, these customs helped preserve many forests long before environmental conservation became official policy. In the next chapter, we will continue our journey through northern Thailand, exploring Chiang Mai, floating markets, hidden temples, and remarkable traditions that continue to define one of Asia's most fascinating countries. Northern Thailand. Ancient temples, floating markets, and living traditions. As our journey continues, we leave Thailand's ancient kingdoms behind and enter a region where history is still very much alive. Northern Thailand is unlike any other part of the country. Here, towering mountains replace tropical coastlines. Centuries-old temples overlook modern cities. Traditional villages preserve customs that have survived for generations, while bustling night markets fill the air with music, laughter, and the aroma of freshly prepared local food. At the heart of this remarkable region lies one of Thailand's most beloved cities. Welcome to Chiang Mai. Founded in 1296 as the capital of the ancient Lana Kingdom, Chiang Mai quickly became an important center of trade, religion, and culture. Even today, many people consider it the cultural capital of northern Thailand. Within the walls of the old city stand more than 300 Buddhist temples. Each tells a different story. Some are covered in gold. Others feature ancient wooden carvings preserved for centuries. Many continue serving as active monasteries where monks study Buddhist philosophy and welcome visitors seeking peace and reflection. Perhaps the city's most famous landmark is Wat Phra That Doi Sathip, perched high on a mountain overlooking Chiang Mai. The temple can be reached by climbing more than 300 stone steps, each guarded by magnificent serpent-like creatures known as Nagas. According to Buddhist tradition, the temple was built after a sacred white elephant carrying a holy relic climbed the mountain, trumpeted 3 times, and peacefully died at the summit. The event was interpreted as a divine sign that the relic should remain there forever. Whether history or legend, the story has inspired pilgrims for over 600 years. At sunrise, golden light reflects from the temple's enormous golden stupa. Below, the entire city stretches across the valley. Mist slowly rises above distant mountains, creating one of the most breathtaking views in Thailand. Another hidden treasure awaits inside Chiang Mai's old city, Wat Chedil Wang. Centuries ago, this massive temple stood among the tallest buildings in Southeast Asia. Although part of the structure collapsed during a powerful earthquake in the 16th century, its enormous brick chedi still dominates the surrounding landscape. For many years, the famous Emerald Buddha was kept here before eventually being moved to Bangkok. One common myth claims every ancient temple in Chiang Mai contains hidden tunnels, connecting them beneath the city. Archaeologists have discovered small underground chambers beneath certain temples, but there is no evidence of an extensive underground network. Even so, stories of forgotten passageways continue capturing the imagination of both visitors and locals. Leaving the temples behind, another side of Chiang Mai begins to awaken. As evening falls, colorful lanterns illuminate the streets. Local musicians perform traditional melodies. The famous Sunday walking street market transforms the old city into one enormous open-air marketplace. Artists display handmade umbrellas, wood carvings, silver jewelry, silk textiles, and colorful ceramics. The smell of grilled seafood, spicy noodles, fresh mango, and coconut desserts fills the air. Unlike ordinary shopping districts, these markets preserve traditional crafts that have been passed from generation to generation. Many families still create every item entirely by hand using techniques that are hundreds of years old. Traveling south towards central Thailand, our next destination offers another glimpse into traditional life. Thailand's floating markets. Long before modern highways connected cities, rivers served as the country's primary transportation network. Entire communities developed along canals, where merchants sold fruits, vegetables, spices, flowers, and freshly prepared meals directly from wooden boats. Today, famous markets such as Damnon, Saduek, and Amphawa continue this centuries-old tradition. Early each morning, colorful boats glide peacefully through narrow canals. Vendors prepare steaming bowls of noodle soup. Fresh tropical fruit is arranged in perfect rows. The atmosphere feels almost unchanged from decades ago. Many visitors believe these floating markets exist only for tourists. In reality, while tourism has certainly increased their popularity, local communities still use many canals for transportation and commerce. For generations, rivers have remained an essential part of everyday life. Another fascinating destination lies hidden within the forests of Krabi province. Here, salt water from the Andaman Sea meets crystal-clear freshwater springs. The result is the Palm Klong Son Nam, often called the Two Waters Canal. The extraordinary clarity of the water creates an almost magical landscape. Mangrove forests thrive where fresh and salt water mix together. Rare fish, crabs, and countless aquatic species depend on this unusual ecosystem. Scientists consider the area one of Thailand's most important coastal habitats. Local folklore tells another story. Villagers once believed the canal marked the meeting point between two worlds, one belonging to people, the other to ancient water spirits who protected the surrounding forest. Whether visitors come for science or legend, the peaceful beauty of the canal leaves a lasting impression. Our journey then leads to one of Thailand's least visited provinces, Nan. Hidden among the northern mountains, Nan remains untouched by mass tourism. Quiet villages, ancient wooden houses, and peaceful temples preserve a slower rhythm of life rarely found elsewhere. Inside Wat Phra Mun, visitors discover some of Thailand's most famous murals. Among them is the legendary painting known as the Whispering Lovers. The delicate artwork has become a symbol of northern Thai culture. Some believe it portrays two secret lovers. Others interpret it as a simple conversation between husband and wife. Its true meaning remains unknown. Perhaps that mystery explains why it continues fascinating visitors today. As evening settles over northern Thailand, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. This country is far more than tropical beaches. It is a land where ancient kingdoms, sacred mountains, vibrant markets, and timeless traditions continue to shape everyday life. Yet our adventure is still far from complete. In the next chapter, we will explore magnificent Hindu temples, royal coastal retreats, dramatic World War I history, and the spectacular islands that have made Thailand one of the world's greatest travel destinations.